Walk round the compound.
Sees the big cats. Sees the big cats. Little ditty about Big Cat Derek. But nothing rhymes with Derek, and I don't have time to sing anything else.
Hi. Hey. Hey, Petey. Hey, Petey girl. Oh, I don't know what sort of side this tilt. It's a new method for self-ear scratches. The old corkscrew method. Hey, sugar. Hey, sugar pie. Or as my mom used to say, a sugar beet. She used to call me her little sugar beet. It's true. I think it was, I don't know who it was or where it was, but I think I said something. That was one of those things that kind of came up in conversation. Like my mom used to call me, but it was like Beat for short. She's like, so like when I was little, when I was like 4 or 5 years old, she'd be like, "Hi, Beat." I remember telling someone that, like kind of recently, within like the last like month or two, and then they were like, "No, that didn't happen," and I'm just like, well, I mean, you would know, I guess. You would know about my past experiences. I think also, to their credit and in defense of them, that they're probably accustomed to work, like someone who associates with me and someone who is accustomed to varying degrees of authentic information. Sometimes I give truthful things. Sometimes I tell jokes and I make silly references, and I do it with a straight face. And then people are like, I don't know if he's telling the truth or if he's fooling, if he's being a silly goose. Oh boy, silly goose on the loose, honk honk. All right, well, the boy. Apologies, bud. Apologies. Got him a bad rap. Will got a bad rap. I mean, just because he's he's this way, he's got an essence, an aura about him. But I don't know if it was on one of the webcasts or if it was on on the Fancy Cast. But I had described recent stuff going on with Ruby, how she was going to be having a procedure or did I even talk about that? I don't know if I did. Anyway, Ruby had to get some cosmetic surgery done. Some tail stuff, because it appeared that she had gotten her tail bit like pretty nastily, pretty bad. And it was also, we heavily suspected, it had to have been Will. No one had ever seen Will actually do it. But we're just like, wow, I mean, come on, look at the guy. Look at him. he's the type that just does it. He's just that type. He just does stuff. Tries to pull things into his section of things. Because there was times where Ruby had gotten her tail kind of seemingly chomped on. And of course, like, Will got the blame for that. So when we started putting like extra fencing in between the two, and then it seemed to have happened again. Always in conjunction with when she would go into heat. Where she would like, and just like for days and days and days. So then our theory was like, oh, well, she would basically do like she would present on one side of the fence, and then like, so like a lot of times that involves like laying down and then you kind of like lifting up your butt, and then somehow Will was like getting access to like a part of her tail and then pulling the whole thing through and then chomp, 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 and then she was like, oh, that actually hurts. This was supposed to be a much more enjoyable experience. What are you doing, step cougar? And when finally Heidi was able to get her loaded up to have her go and get seen, those motorcycles caused the lions to roar, by the way. They're just like, get out of here. Get out of here. So when Heidi got her loaded up, got her over to the vet clinic, described everything, and the fact, okay, so then the other thing, then there's like the follow-up questions, and then we started all like kind of clunking heads, come up with the determination, like, yeah, she more than likely did this to herself. Miss Ruby did. And she probably did it to herself in the past. She's actually in the sunroom right now. She's recovering. Other Derek is with her, Derek Blakely. She still is not a big fan of me. Because the other thing, it's like, well, okay, one, there's no blood on Will's side. There was no fur on Will's side. We were basing it off of the idea, like, well, obviously, because, like, she just didn't, she gets so kind of caught up in the moment, probably not paying attention to certain things. He's been aggressive before. That's the best theory that at the time that we could kind of come up with, that he had to have done that. But then, Heidi goes through like the history, and I mean, she's like, look, and cougars, the cougars that she's taken care of in the past, it's not the first instance where there's been the self-mutilators. And then more than likely, she basically... Okay, so, more than likely, she got herself so worked up into a state of horned frenzy that she somehow just started bit. Just got herself just so jazzed up. I've heard of people like biting their own lip and like doing minor injuries like that. They see like an attractive person and they're like, "Her, ow!" Like that. I've heard. Not. This is a little bit more extreme. But yeah, she actually had to get parts of her tail actually removed because she had bitten herself pretty bad. Pretty stinking bad. And also, spay. Hi. My baby. So Ruby, because like, it's just like, okay, if this is going to be the thing that's happening, if this is going to cause you so much dismay, trouble, then we've got to help you out with that. Let's get you fixed so that you don't cycle into like this, you know, like horn-induced psychosis. And then like I said, that's why I had to apologize to Will, because the times before it happened, and then this recent time, you know, she gets, you know, apparently she has chomps, and then like, well, obviously she didn't do that to herself, and then like, what did you do? And then Will is just like, you know, hi. Well, look at you, big guy. Look at you, big guy. Look at you. Look at you. Someone took a swipe at your face. You got nose. You got a swipe on his nose. You got a swipe on. You got bopped. You got bopped. Bopped in the old noggin, didn't you? Oh. Hello, all you big cat lovers out there. It's me, Derek, again. Oh my gosh. Jeepers. Don't even like try to clean my lenses or anything like that. My gosh. No professionalism. Hello, all you big cat lovers out there. It's me, Derek, again. Welcome to another super duper fantastic episode of the Walk Around the Compound webcast. Let's see some kitty cats. It's bizarrely green right now. Bizarrely green. You know, El Nino. All that Pacific water doing stuff that it doesn't normally do. Bro, like I felt I felt projectiles. Like what the, oh. Did you get it all out? Did you get it all out? Ka-chew. I have been getting into the holiday spirit, particularly with treats. It was almost, I don't know, like Thanksgiving. It's like some guy in like a referee shirt just like fired off a starter pistol. And then I've just been doing my best Joey Chestnut impression for like the last 2 weeks. Just, oh boy. You know, we were out shopping for like 4.5, like almost like 5 hours yesterday. I've earned the right to eat 12 cookies. I've earned it. It's just, oh. But I will say, like, I do get into holiday time where I do sometimes get to this thing where it's like, look, you might add like an extra notch to the belt, or like the belt loop, the belt notch that you would normally use, just kind of get used to just kind of clicking it back one, but you'll be able to cinch it back up. I've been able to do that in the past pretty successfully. This should be no different. So I guess that's like kind of what I tell myself. I'm like, yeah. You know, for the next like couple month and a half, something like that, just go nuts. Right. Oh, there you are. Man, so I go inside, they run out, I come outside, they run in. Pisha. Hey. That is Luna. Anyone? No. And I'm guessing, because there was only 2 inside the house over there. I didn't notice. I didn't notice that you were right there. My mistake. I'm sorry. There she is. I kept on looking and peeking in boxes, trying to see where you are. You look sleepy. You look sleepy. Good girl. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. There's someone being squishy over here. There's some squish happening. I was gonna to see if it's authorized or unauthorized squish. I was gonna see if you got your squish permit. I mean, just because we're in squish season doesn't mean that you can be squishing around just all willy-nilly. You still have to apply for a squish permit. That's still the rules. He's like, I got your squish permit right here. I got your squish permit right here. Let me just go ahead and just pee right on you. Luca, you got to get your brother in order. Get your brother in order. What do you mean no? What do you mean you're not going to do none of that? What a bum. What a bum. Num num. Oh, goodness. Yeah, what a good boy. Yes. All right. And now we got this golden lady. This an elderly gal in her golden years, maybe I should say, because I was trying to find like she's an elderly Mrs., an elderly Madame, but then it's like, you know, she might be like, who are you calling elder? I'm not elderly. You're right. What are some good euphemisms? Like, you know, an active gal of a certain age. I'm trying to find polite ways to say what I'm trying to say without saying, you know, some of the other things that may seem less polite. Please give me some suggestions in the comment section below. What are some polite ways to refer to, you know, an experienced tigress who's got a few seasons under her belt. All right. Well, yeah, so Ruby's inside. I'm not going to... Look, she's not... She purrs. Oh, she purrs and she's super sweet. For other people, for me, she hisses. She's like, this sucks. But we've actually been using that as an opportunity to do some extra work. So if I go in, if I'm just kind of doing some internet scrolling, even literally, I was like scrolling through and just reading out loud Reddit comments. Comments that I would be reading normally anyway, just like on on threads that I would normally be just kind of looking up. But I'll sit on the far side of the room. So then Ruby's like over here. I'd sit on the far side of the room, you know, and I would be doing it kind of like in a, you know, in like a happy sing-songy voice. And then he was censured for misallocation of campaign funds. It's like different, you know, I'm like reading different things and like different things, but like, yeah, I'm reading news articles. The Ohio State representatives are going to be voting on a cannabis bill later on this week. like I've been literally doing that with Ruby. Just so she gets used to like my voice, and she does. She actually does. She'll sit down, and she's just kind of like, all right, I like. She starts off like, this really sucks, and then eventually it goes into just like, I'm not digging this, and it's like even just a shift in tone of that to the one to the other is progress. So yes, and if I do it in a happy, positive voice, no matter what it is, because she doesn't know what I'm saying, but like just she can read the tone and she relaxes and gets more accustomed to me, and hopefully we can massage out whatever weirdness. Anyway, this is meandering. Thanks for watching this episode of the Walk Around the Compound webcast. Hashtag Dorp support in the comment section below. Like and subscribe for all of your big cat goodness, and if you want to learn more about the facility around me, you can always visit the website carerescuetexas.com. For more information, you keep them tigers fed. Big shout out to the extra fancy patrons. I see you. You are so fancy, and thank you so much for your continued support. We'll see you next time. All right, bye-bye.
Oh, there's a cat that loves to squeak. Oh, there's a cat. Oh, there are cats with cute little feet. So there are cats, cat. Oh, there are cats with stripes and there are cats with manes. So let's watch as Derek walks around the compound tonight. Yeah.